Nixon v. Fitzgerald to try to fabricate this concept of criminal immunity from a civil immunity case, where the judges on that case said that there would obviously be no criminal protections. There's no way that you can say there's an original reading of any part of the Constitution that would imply the President of the United States, founded in a country revolting against a king, would want to make the President of the United States immune against crime with wholly new fabricated buckets of actions.
Oh, we're going to do this again. First,
Sorry, okay.
When you're doing an originalist analysis, there are going to be areas where you don't get the cleanest original meaning, right? And the reason is because there are things that are just very different. Like, for example, there was no federal police force who would have been charging the president with crimes.
There was no federal police force that would have been charging the president with crime. Query whether that's true, and when the first federal law enforcement agency existed. But even if it were true that there were no federal law enforcement agent, doesn't mean that state law enforcement agents can't be enforcing federal law, which they did a lot of time. Like the first immigration enforcers of immigration law in the United States, whatever it was, were state actors enforcing different things, like different requirements for ships, requirements like enforce a lot of different, like the federal government would take control of state actors or would offer services to state actors to enforce federal law. The lack of federal law enforcement doesn't mean that there wasn't a concept of federal criminal law. Obviously, there are state actors who can enforce it. And of course, beyond that, the Constitution contains the definition of a crime. So federal criminal law is assumed as part of the Constitution. Who knows that crime? There is a federal criminal definition. Treason, the crime of treason.